Dr. Catherine Phillips was interested in looking at decision making in different kinds of groups. So she established a study with some homogeneous and some diverse groups, and she observed their decision making. What she discovered was that very, very clearly diverse groups were outperforming homogeneous groups. They were making better and more accurate decisions. She then looked at how these groups perceived their own effectiveness and discovered there was a different correlation there, and the homogeneous groups felt much more effective. They got their decisions quicker and they felt like they were doing less work. And similarly, when she looked at the confidence these groups had in their own decisions and in the work that they've done, the homogeneous groups were still scoring better. And what I think it's important to take out of this is that diversity is not easy. And that's the good thing about it. Because in a diverse group, everyone is pushed to work harder to then see the world from more perspectives and then be pushed into making better decisions. And the other important thing is that diversity doesn't work without inclusion. Because even if you insert different people in the group, if the rules are already established and if you know that certain opinions are listened to more than others, those diverse people are not going to strive to express their own different experience, but instead are going to try to blend in. Another very interesting bit of research that she's done has been on governmental level, leadership level, and she proved that countries that are very diverse thrive under inclusive female leadership and don't perform nearly as well under male leadership. So that's a very interesting thing to think about, and that conveniently leads us to diversity mentoring, because diversity mentoring is a tool for inclusion. And when I say diversity mentoring, what I mean is formal diversity mentoring. Now, mentoring always happens, and several studies show us that when that does happen, it leads to something that's called the cloning phenomenon or homophily. So leadership, the people who are capable of mentoring and have something to give, usually would be attracted naturally to people that look like them. And so people who are marginalized or from diverse groups don't necessarily have this opportunity to learn from and receive that mentorship. And because of this cloning phenomenon, organic mentoring will only lead to feeding in the same type of leadership that has already existed. And here is where formal mentoring for a specific diversity group becomes very valuable, because it offers an opportunity to kind of stop and think, oh wait, where are all the efforts going, and can we disperse them more evenly to everyone? Because inevitably, people from diverse backgrounds will come through the door with certain disadvantages and fewer opportunities. Now, we can talk about this forever, but we're here to talk about mentoring, so I'll just give you a couple of pointers to where you can do more research if you're interested in the topic. A book that I would recommend, Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race, is an excellent book on race in the UK. It's actually over here. And something else I would recommend if you're interested in knowing more about gender and the oppressions of gender is Sex and World Peace. Another book I happen to have just behind me, Sex and World Peace. It's a little bit more of an academic piece of writing, but it is excellent for gathering some data, hard data on what are the effects of the way we perceive gender in the world overall.